talk to us about what have been some of the strategies that the lenders have been working with you guys on in order to find people who maybe might traditionally be described as subprime, but they use your data, your analytics to be able to approve them and say that they're not subprime?
Yeah, that's a great question. So like one sort of bit of context first, and I'll answer the question, is machine learning actually helps across the credit spectrum. So one of our clients that I'm not allowed to name is almost entirely prime and super prime, and they're still getting a 10 to 13% improvement in risk from using our tool. So it works, at prime. But to your question, which I think is still relevant, is if you look at the current. So last year, a report came out in a newspaper journal far less thoughtful than yours, which said, hey, the credit crisis is finally over. Because if you look at credit in 2008, there was X available. If you look at credit, and that was 2017, there's now X plus epsilon available. Hey, look, the crisis is over. The problem is when you go one layer down, if you look at the bottom decile, let's say randomly, of credit in 2008, and you compare it to the bottom decile in 2017 on a sort of a FICO-ish basis, you'll see between 50 and 100 points in difference. It's a massive rush to quality. So there's more credit available to people at the top end of the credit spectrum.
Right.
But there are only so many of them, 40 some odd percent?
All the competition is at the top. Right.
Which means if you want to grow, you got two choices. You can swap people back and forth with bank on the corner, or you can find a way to look into this sort of near prime, subprime space to try and find folks who actually aren't near prime or subprime. They're actually prime, they're just miscategorized. And it turns out there's a healthy amount of those where kind of near the margin, who are actually a little bit below when they should be a little bit above, which is a side effect of logistic regression, is the math. Logistic regression is extremely fragile. It's awesome, it's incredibly powerful, but it's very fragile if you have missing data or incorrect data. So there's people in the margins who are actually kind of floating like this a lot. Maybe they're down here at the moment, but they're actually going to deserve to be or are going to perform like they're up here. So one of the things that our algorithms try and do is try and find the folks in this segment who really should be up here, but they're getting poorly treated because they look subprime, they look near prime.